everybody. This is Gary Schultz from Cyclone Vans. Today we're gonna plumb the shower and put in the wiring and get this van insulated so we can put the ceiling back in. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. We got the 4 lights in the back kind of figured out. I'm trying to keep it away from where I know the air conditioner is going to go in the middle there. So we're going to have a light here and a light here, and then back there's some more. This I just got to route. We're using these tie bases. Where are the tie bases at? Let's see. Okay. So we're using these with some wire ties just to hold them in, and then I'm labeling it. Like here, I know that all these wires that should say power on it. So this is to the power distribution down there, and then there's another one here that's a switch that's over there. So we kind of have this planned out. I'll show you my chart. But the idea is we're going to get all these wires in, and then we can insulate this thing. And you can't really insulate till you get all the wires. So I'm using 16 gauge. It's red and black wire. It's technically speaker wire, but it has this nice sheath on it. So we bought a 250-foot roll from this Garrett on Amazon, and actually looks like pretty good wire. So we'll use it for that. We'll use it for the speakers and everything here. I'm gonna put a pair of speakers in the back doors, so I gotta run the wires for those too. God, it's hot. It's still 97 degrees still out here.
With humidity, 99.
But I laid out the floor a little bit. We're going to put the shower pan right there. 36 by 40 shower, I think we're going to do. So now we got a long ways to go. We made some Reflectix window covers for the front. Kind of cool.
Keep the heat down.
Yeah. Okay. So right now I'm doing 110 volt. I got, I think, most of the 12 volt in, but we still need to do the 110. I ran one over to the cooktop on the other side there, and I think, you know, some of this 14.2 Romex, this should be fine for the cooktop. And whatever else we plug in. I doubt, you know, a coffee pot probably, maybe a hair dryer over there. Now this one here, this is for the television set, which is going to be right here. So our heads will be up on that end, and the TV will be right here, shower over there. So that's kind of the general plan here. And I'm making sure that with all these, I'm leaving enough slack on either side so that, you know, there is plenty to go where I need to go down here where the fuses are. So, now on the 110, I'll show you here in a second, I got picked up a breaker box for that. It's a 30 amp. And just make sure that everything in the van is separate and fused, so that whatever we plug into, you know, it can't be causing us other issues. So, wishing this one back here can be a little different. There, I see it down there. And like you'll notice on this side, I'll show you. Okay, so over here, I did put some tie wraps along the sides because I thought, just shoving this wire down in this well here, it's gonna sit and rattle. So I did tie them to the side, and I think that'll be good. So this is for switch, and this is for another switch for lights, and those will all be over here. And then this one here is a light switch that's going to go right here on the wall to turn off these lights in the back. So that's kind of the plan so far. And then I'm putting a 110 outlet here, like I said, and then I'm going to put another one on the front side of the cabinet behind the driver's seat somewhere in there, maybe closer to the floor. But the idea there is, you know, plug in my laptop computer, because I plan to have a little table that'll go in front of the seat there, so I can sit with my laptop in front. We can both sit with our laptops. That's kind of the plan right now. So we'll get that set up with 110 as well. And you know, all the 110 is going to come through that inverter. But for right now, you know, I can plug the van in. I can put some outlets on those guys down there. And on these 110 cables right here, right there, and there's another one I just ran. And if I just put, you know, plug-ins, I can plug it into that yellow box for now and just use them, you know. So while we're building this van, we kind of plan to use it. So that's what we got going for the wiring now. Up top here, you can see that all these cables hanging down right here. See if I can get you up there. So all those cables, this one, this one, this one, here's one right here. Those are all for the lights that came from the factory. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a panel right down the middle, and then when you get out to here, these lights will be in that panel, and then I'll probably still have, when you open the door, the lights come on. That's kind of my plan. So anyways, that's what we kind of have planned here for the wiring. And we'll get on to the insulation next. You know, you might think, hey, it's Minnesota. Let's go up there. It's nice and cool. I'm sorry. Minnesota is not cool in the summer. It's frickin' hot. It's 100 degrees here. It's been 100 degrees every day for, oh man, over a week. And we're not used to this, so you know, us northerners, it's usually a little cooler up here, but you know, we do get a lot of 90s in the summer, and it's humid as all get out, and there's mosquitoes, and you know, it's ugly. You just, you know, it's not the nice, great, cool north. I think you'd have to go up to Alaska to get anything cooler than this And we're only in June and it's 100 degrees every day. What the hell? God, this is not good. Okay, so that's all I'm doing for labeling. Nothing fancy here. Maybe after I get them cut to length and stuff, I'll put some fancier labels on. But right now, this is what it is, just so I can do my work, and then later we'll make it prettier, you know. But we're just at the beginnings of this build, so we got a lot to do here. I got a bunch of 80/20 here, and we're waiting on the solar panels now to be able to finish up on the roof. So I think after I get this wired, I'll probably switch to solar, then maybe back to this, and we'll get the insulation in. We'll see. Depends on how and when things come in. Okay, so we ran the water lines across. These are shark bite fittings here. This is 1/2-inch line PEX. And so I'm going to put the insulation up on the ceiling, and then let this on this side of the insulation. This will be between the wall, the panel, and the insulation. Maybe I'll put a little pad there to keep it from rattling. But the idea here is that I'm getting this down to the shower, which is going to be right over here. So I'll put a couple of right angle fittings come into this wall and down. And I'm going to tie these up right to this bolt with a little ring terminal. And then see where I put it down through over here. So it's coming down through over here and it's going down to there. And I'll put some fittings on the bottom there. And then our water tank is going to be going over this wheel well. So we'll put some fittings over there for those and get them out to the spot we need them. And I think this should be good. So I think we're done wiring. I'll show you. So you can kind of see, maybe stand way back. Let's film. So I got all the wires coming to the corner here. These are lights here. This is light here. The switch is here. The power comes in here. Okay? For that. So these 4 lights here, the switch wire comes down to here. So we'll have a switch along the wall here for some lights. There's 110 volts as well right here. So I'll have a couple of 110 volt outlets either on the wall, or I was even thinking, you know, there's going to be a cabinet here that they could be on the bottom of the cabinet. And then these are for lights that will go on the bottom of the cabinet. And this is another power wire. We'll go back to the fuse box. And then these 4 up front are connected to a switch that's down here. So there's a couple of switches down here that's going to be on the end of the cabinet. What else? We got 110 over here for the TV set, and whatever we put inside the cabinet, thinking we're gonna have a sound bar here, and you know, probably Apple TV or something on this TV set. So that's here. There'll be a wall, you know, right in this area for the TV, so that'll work out. And I don't know. Oh, these are for some little gooseneck lights. It'll be here with a switch on each. So it'll just sort of, the gooseneck will be out over the bed. Our heads will be up here. We can use them for like reading lights at night or whatever. Or you can shine them up at the ceiling and just have some dim lights over. These are dimmable. So these will be kind of nice. And then there's a USB jack on each of these lights. I don't know how big the cabinet's going to be up here above our heads. We'll have to just see. I doubt if it's going to stick way out into the van. Maybe it's just a shallow one, you know? I don't know. We'll have to decide. But I think the wiring's done for now. So Yeah. Onto the insulation now. All right, so we're cutting the Thinsulate here, and you know, when it came in, the stuff was like 1/4 inch thick, but it does expand, and works out pretty good. So I'll show you what we're doing here. Coat that. This is a Loctite High Performance. You can use 3M too, but you can see I've gotten a little bit of this on my fingers, but what do you do? So we'll go ahead and put that on here. Give it a minute to dry. And dries pretty fast in the sun. And this roof is red hot. So not worried about that either. Anyway, just this darn seat has been in the way this whole time. The seat is driving me nuts. What can I do? I'm trying to sell it, but it hasn't happened yet. So
It's going to be just the right buyer that needs it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of action on the ad for the seat, but nobody has come out to buy it, so that's it. It's just on there. This roof being, you know, red hot here right now, it's just amazing. You know, this is cool to the touch. This has got to be, I can't even keep my hand on it. It's got to be 110 degrees. We've got a real hot stretch here, as I've mentioned. So I think we're going to put the antenna right here. So I got to go get that. And so the plan is for the solar, we've got a panel going here. They're 20 inches wide by 48. So there's one here. The rails will be continuous through the whole van. And then there will be a panel here, another one here, and another one here. And it'll come to about right here. And my hope is that we have room for an air conditioner back here. Oh man, I hope we have room. So we're just gonna keep going. I did put, if you take a look here, we already did this. I didn't get it on camera. Sorry. I took a piece, I think I measured 28 inches wide, and I just pulled this back and just slid it in there with the black side facing down. And you know, these clips in here, she just held it down and I just shoved it in there. And then I took a little spray adhesive on the ends here and sprayed it so that it would stay. And if I stick my hand right here, that's like an oven right there. So I'm gonna get some more wool or something and just shove it in these corners. But this whole thing is insulated and I never had to take it off. So, you know, this headliner's maybe a 1/2 inch of insulation, and then I put this good Thinsulate on there, which should really be a help. And you can see right here now, after I stick it in, you can see, you know, it's actually, you know, it expands out. So, but that was spray adhesive, it's not going anywhere. So I'm pretty happy with it. We're gonna go ahead, keep going, do all the pieces that we can do, and yeah, just keep on going. I thought about, here's another thought. Here's our shower pan right here. And then, you know, there's going to be a wall up here. And I thought, oh, should I box this out with wood? And no, I'm not going to, because there will be a header across here at the top of this wall. I'm going to have to build a wall here. I have to build a wall here. And there will be a header right here. And I will be able to screw this piece right here and right there. So I am not going to put any more wood in the ceiling. I want insulation in there, not wood, which transmits the heat and cold. So that's our plan. Wear a mask when you're doing this. You don't want this stuff in your lungs, man.
A whole cloud of it came out.
So we decided we're going to use this fiberglass insulation, and I'll tell you why. I'm allergic to wool, okay? Real allergic to wool. So I don't really want that in there. I'd rather be itchy from fiberglass than wool. So, and this stuff is not very thick. It said in the advertisement that it spreads out to 1.5 inches thick. That's like 1/2 inch. So what we're going to do is these deeper cavities along the bottom and along the top there, we're going to put in fiberglass.